because otherwise I forget. Awesome. Well, thank you everyone for being here. Hopefully more people will join, but it's good to see you. I think it's the first time I see Linda, or maybe it's the first time, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for being here.
Hi,
Hi, Hannah. Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you too.
Great. And we have Chris joining. Awesome. Great. Hi, Chris. Well, as you can, if you can tell, or if you remember, today's topic is going to be some ideas for your forum posts. And after that, after we move forward with that topic, then if you have any questions and if we have any time left, then you're free to ask any questions that you have. But we can start now. So I actually created like a presentation for this. So let me share my screen. Here we go. Right. So yeah, like I was saying, today is going to be about some post ideas for your forum. I think it's really important because, you know, the forum is fairly new here in Experienceify. But I think it's it's a good opportunity for you to learn how to take more advantage of it. And I'm going to there. Awesome. So yes, the forum, as you can, I don't know if you've had the experience of, you know, belonging to a forum before, but it's a really good way to engage with the community. Some sites even rely barely on forum posts, just like Discord or maybe Reddit. It's basically a forum and people join there and they, you know, it's all about threads and all about community. And that's the whole idea behind a forum. It can really, really help you with this. Like the role of the forum post is that you can keep your students engaged. You can make learning more fun. They feel like they are not learning alone. That's really, really important. It's interactive. You can provide helpful feedback for them, and you also create a supportive community. Something that I think it's really valuable about having a community forum is that, you know, for some people, it really depends on the business, but networking is also a really important part of the forum. So if that's, you know, what your course is all about, then taking advantage of that networking would be really, really great. Even if it's not on the note of, you know, networking, it's always good to, you know, have fellow friends or people that you know that share the same interests as you do. So it's always good to not feel alone in this. And this adds more value to your course, and it can help you create a more successful course because people will be telling other people like, hey, you know, I'm part of this course and we have a really great community and we are always helping each other. So it's really good for your course as well. And you will learn as much as they will learn from you. You will learn a lot from your students or your learners this way. And these are some of the benefits that you can get from creating posts constantly. So as you can see, you can have an improved learning experience. Like I said, valuable feedback and improvement from both either you as an instructor and them as students. You build trust and credibility as well. Some post ideas talk about that vulnerability and a lot of behind the scenes kind of posts that will help you feel more connected to your students in the sense that you're going to be more real with them. You can share some insights about what it was for you to create your course and where did you grab some ideas for this and that. And you sharing that vulnerability with your students makes you more credible, and that's something that's good. Like I was mentioning before, networking and collaboration opportunities, among other things, increase retention and completion rates. That's also part of, you know, constantly posting in your forum. Besides this, does anybody else have like an idea or something that you want to share maybe if you've had a forum before or an experience with a forum before, anything else other than this that you think a forum can help you with? It's okay. We will get there. We will get there. But yeah, it's really good. And yeah, like I was saying, this is about some ideas that I want to share with you. And actually, let me make that bigger because it's really small. And I don't know how to do that. Oh, where is my bar? Ah, there it is. Okay, great. So let me just make it bigger because it's really, really small. Great. So I have a couple here. But for example, some ideas that you can grab for your post could be discussion on certain trends. I was thinking about, for example, I have a course about creativity, right? So discussions on certain creativity trends are really helpful because people share their knowledge about certain trends that are going on. Like I was saying, sometimes you don't even, sometimes we can't keep up with all the trends that are happening. And, students will always help us with that. And it's really good to keep students updated on the latest trends and developments. In this case, for example, in the creative industry, where it could be about anything. You know that in almost every subject, things change pretty fast. So yeah, that could be great. And yeah, part of the business impact that you will have with this kind of post is that you position your course as current, right? So it's like, oh, okay, so we are not talking about creative trends that everyone talks about, but we are actually renewing all the content, and you can learn from here, and you can actually update your content in your course, because maybe you will grab some ideas from here and be like, oh, this is super hot right now. Now I should create a course about this or add some content about this in my module. So this also is really, really helpful for you. Another type of forum post that you can have is, for example, success stories and testimonials. Here, it's a really good way for your students to shine, right? I don't know what kind of course you have, but it's really good for them to showcase their success stories from, maybe if you help people, I don't know, maybe you help them to create their businesses or to improve their businesses. This is also a really good way for them to highlight like what they have learned from you. And it's really, really good because if they are learning something from you, like I say, it's like a ball that's rolling and keeps getting bigger, because people will trust you even more. Like, oh, I know that this person is having results. So it
tells you.
Exactly. Yes, Linda, go ahead.
You just have to press that. No, it was a mistake. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay. Don't worry.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So,
oh, sorry, Linda. I muted you by accident. So sorry. But please feel free to interrupt me or add more to what I'm saying. That way we can learn more. I don't know if some of you have already created this, or this is the first time that you're creating a community forum, but all feedback is really important and would love to have some in case that you have. So yeah, that's the second idea that I think would be really helpful for you. Other things, for example, could be peer feedback sessions. These are so important because I'm sure that in your course, you're going to have exercises for them, right? Most of you are going to have some exercises for your students. And having peer feedback is going to be amazing. I don't know, you can play around with it in so many ways. But for example, maybe every week, you pick someone from your course and you tell them, like you reach out to them and you tell them that this week they are going to showcase their case, like how did they solve something. They're going to post it in the forum, and then people are going to comment on it and give them feedback. I think one of the most important things about joining an online course that maybe not a lot of online courses do, or maybe I'm not part of many of them that create engaging communities, but I think something really valuable is that in order for you to finish a course, you need to feel like there's someone actually following up with what you're doing, because online courses can be isolating. You complete an online course, but maybe if there's no feedback, or if only your instructor maybe just gives you some feedback, it feels really lonely and isolating. But with this, you can create a sense of, oh, okay, so people are actually like giving me straight feedback about my work, and that way I can improve. So it's really, really valuable to have something like this. So peer feedback sessions would be really great. Or another thing could be that, I think I will talk about this later, but you can create some private, how do you call it, like sessions for your students, right? So maybe either you invite someone relevant to the industry. It could be maybe you invite someone to give them like a webinar, or maybe it's you giving a webinar about a topic in particular and making it, going deep into that topic. But also a good idea could be having someone from your course showcase the results that they have achieved so far. That way, it's also a good way for people to ask, questions live, and it would be like a really, really good way to keep people engaged, and also get some relevant feedback for their life. So that's another one. Resource recommendations. This is also really cool. You ask people to maybe some recommendations of the week, and you prepare some recommendations for each week, and then people will comment on that, and maybe you encourage them to share more resources. That, like I said, it's a two-way learning experience. You're going to learn a lot from your students, and they are going to learn a lot about you. So it resembles a lot the discussion on next trends. So this is something similar, the resource recommendations. But this also demonstrates your commitment to success for your students, and it's really cool. You're keeping up. Other things that actually in our forum, if you go to the forum in Experienceify, oh, no, sorry, your administrator account. When you go to the forum, I think most of you can see that. I don't know if it's only me, because one day I was showcasing this to someone, and they said that they couldn't see these things here, but I hope that you can. For example, in my post here, as a demo, I have 10-day challenges, 5-day challenges, 4-week courses, and a membership. Inside each one of them, there are certain like spaces within the forum. For example, here is very basic. This 5-day challenge has, the first post is introduce yourself, right? So you ask people to introduce themselves, and then people respond to that and say hi, blah, blah, blah. And we have other spaces. For example, in this one, they ask, what is your goal for this challenge, right? And people share their goals there. But also we have, like, for example, their aha moments on day 1, day 2, day 3, and so on. So that is like an idea for this, for the exercise of the week. This is not exactly an exercise. This is more like, what did you take away from this first day of the challenge? But it's something similar, like if you have a challenge, then every day you ask them for, what did you take from this day? Or maybe after they complete the challenge, it really depends on how you want to engage with people. But some people would say every day is a lot. But if they are doing a challenge and they paid for it, maybe one day, like every day is not a lot, because it's only a 5-day challenge. So they want to take the most out of it, right? But if it's a 4-week course, of course, it's going to be different, because you don't want to post every day for 4 weeks, because people will get overwhelmed. That's also something that you should consider. I think the forum, for example, in challenges is really valuable. It's quick, and also you can keep it active after they complete the challenge, And it's also a really good way to start attracting them into buying other courses. For example, if you keep them as alumni in your 10-day challenge, and they completed the 10-day challenge, you can post or keep posting in the forum and invite them to webinars or invite them to maybe joining you for a different course. So it's also a really good way to keep up with your students, and for them to keep engaged with the content as well. But that's for the exercises. If you have certain exercises that you're going to put in your course, then you simply ask for the feedback. Like, okay, so about this course, what do you think? What was the challenge? How did you feel? How did you solve it? Etc. So again, this is really good for engagement. The student showcase, I think I already talked about this, but again, I think it's a really good idea. If you're going to put some exercises there, just grab or pick some of your students and ask them to showcase what they did. And people will be really happy to be there and also to get some feedback. This is the one that I was telling you about, the behind the scenes insights. So this is really good to make yourself vulnerable and more credible. If you share more about the process of you creating your course, how did you get there? Maybe something about your personal experience with the content that you are sharing with them. It's really personal, it's really vulnerable, and people will like you more for it. So I think this is not something that we see a lot in forum posts. And it's a really good way to start applying it because vulnerability is key. And I think it will make you feel closer to your students, your students closer to you, and it's really good. It's really good to do that. Vulnerability is, yeah, it's really good. So take that into account. I think that's one that you should play with a little bit more. Another one would be progress and accountability check-ins. So this is something like the 5-day challenge that I was telling you about, the day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4. But not everyone learns the same. And this is a really good way for people to keep engaged with the content. If they feel like they need to share something, if you make it, for example, part of the actions of your course, like share this in the forum. If you make it an action, it actually forces people to engage with the community. Because we have different types of personality, different type of interests, we know, but if we push them into engaging more with the community, it's going to also help them, even if you're forcing them, because it's always good to connect. So if you create some posts about progress and accountability, it's also really good for them to keep track. In my case, that would be really helpful because I have ADHD and it's really easy for me to procrastinate. So if I had this, it would be really cool because I need to post in the forum. I know I need to answer some of the questions there or whatever. That, keeps me getting back to the course and getting back and actually completing it. So, of course, part of these forum posts is helping your student to actually learn something, to give them exclusive access to a community, to the networking, and most importantly, to help them finish or complete the course, right? Because I know that most of you don't want just your students to complete a course and that's it. You actually want people to learn and take something valuable for your course. So all these posts will really help them, I think, to engage with the community and complete your course and be very happy about it. Hannah says, is there a separate forum for each of my courses? Right, so you only have one forum. Your forum looks like this, but you're going to divide people in the forum by creating different tags for them. So not everyone can see the same space. So you create a 10-day challenge space for the 10-day challenge, and only people who have the tag that you created for that space is going to be able to watch the posts there. But you only have one forum for all of your courses, Hannah. So yeah, those would be like some of the post ideas that I think are most relevant for your forum. But do you have any other ideas, maybe some experience that you had in a forum? Maybe you didn't create it, but if you were part of one day, is there other kind of post that you think would be valuable sharing? What do you think about these ideas? Have you seen them before? Do you like it? Do you not
I'll
like it?
go.
Yes, Jennifer, please.
I'm still really new to Experienceify. I'm just working on actually, hopefully tomorrow, publishing my first mini course.
Ooh,
But so this is like one step ahead for me. But I've been a student where there's been forums, and I have found it really good for engagement, like engaging with other students and then helping each other out. Or I've also had like been assigned like an assignment like from whatever the course content was, and then we were supposed to post it in the forum, and then people would comment on your posts within that, thread. And so it did two things. It reinforces the learning. It takes it offline and into like interacting with other humans, which is pretty cool. And it just feels like a value add to have community as an add-on to what would normally otherwise just be an online course without necessarily any human interaction.
Exactly.
So I'm excited to try it. I'm not quite ready yet, but this is really neat.
Yeah, I mean, if you're starting with an expiring mini course, this would be a really good opportunity to create a community with all the potential clients that you might have. You can get them interested.
Okay.
Yeah, you can do that.
Why not?
Yes, start doing it and let us know how it goes.
I will.
Awesome. Thank you for your feedback, Jennifer. Does anybody else have any feedback about the forums, your experience? Hi, Flor. Yes, I will record. I am recording the session and I will upload it into YouTube probably tomorrow. So you will be able to see the replay. Okay, great. Right, well,
I have a question that I was struggling with today, but I don't know if this is the right place to ask that or not. So if you're still in this part, then I will keep my question.
sure. I think if nobody else has any questions or feedback about the forum post, then we can move on into the ask me anything kind of session. So I will stop sharing my screen. Thank you so much. There we go. And yes, please go ahead, Flor. Oh, you're unmuted, Flor.
I am misusing a template, the free, like whatever, the giveaway template. And I added on one of the pages on the homepage, I added a block of text because I wanted to explain a little bit more what they're signing themselves up for, because it's not entirely free. But that text block, I cannot edit, like, because you showed like normally when you have like pages, you can kind of like select the text and then it pops up. But when I select this text, the only thing I see is a link, like that I can link to something, but I cannot change the format of the text.
Oh, can you share your screen so we can see?
Make sure that I have it.
Oh, let me see if that's possible. Yes, you can share now.
Okay, and let me make sure that I have, yes. I have it here, but I'm on the right page where I have that. All pages in the page list, order form, that's where I want it to be. Okay, yes, sorry for
That's okay, don't worry.
on everything up. Share. So it is this block
Okay.
that I'm wrestling with. So if I edit like the content and here go to column 1 and then go here to text, I find here my text. But if I expect to, if I hover over that, I get there that editor, but I only get this link.
Ah, okay. But what do you want to change the formatting of it?
Yeah, because this font is so small.
Oh, okay. Then you have to scroll down just a little bit more. More. And then in that icon beside large, the engine icon, you have to click there, and that's where you can change the font size.
Okay.
All of it.
Okay. So here I can make this like 20.
Yes.
Okay. See, you are a miracle.
Now I know it's not very intuitive, that part, so I understand.
Yeah, okay, now because I had already selected large, but I didn't see anything there. So okay.
Right. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yes,
Okay.
you're welcome. Awesome.
And I
Okay.
solved the other
Yeah.
the question marks that I had this morning. That's if you put like an icon in your email text, it shows up as question marks.
That was why.
Yeah.
I see. And did they give you a resolution for it, or you simply can't put emojis?
I have just I just removed the emojis. Now
Okay.
that risk.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay. Thank you for the follow-up on that.
Yeah.
Awesome. I think, okay, so Hannah wants me to show how to add a tag for the forum to share only for a select group. I will do that in a second. But I think someone else asked. Okay, I will show you how to do that real quick. And then I can move on with Jennifer's questions. Great, so I'll share my screen. So for example, this is one of my spaces, right? When you click in edit, this window will pop up, right? So it gives you some options. For example, show public member list. Well, that doesn't really matter, but here in permissions says, who should be able to see this group? And then you can either select people from a certain course, so that makes things easier. For example, students of the course, and then you can pick from which course out of the published ones that you have are able to see this space of the forum, right? So only people from my 5-day yoga challenge are able to see this space, right? But maybe only people who have certain tags will be able to see this space. So for that, you would need to go to account. Let me go back to my account. To account, and then create a tag. For example, I can create a 5-day. Here you can click add tag. Boop. And then it says, I don't know, forum 5-day challenge special. Just for me to understand, because maybe you have people in your 5-day yoga challenge that are at different pricing, or they have access to certain content, maybe, I don't know, like maybe access to certain parts of the forum that other people don't. So I will create that. The category doesn't really matter, general tags. And then I will click on create. So then you would have to add that tag to the students that you want this tag to be part of. So I don't know, for example, in your students, you go there and then you go to the course and you filter them by the 5-day yoga challenge. I don't have any, but you can simply batch select. You select them in batches, for example, and you can add the tag to them. And if you click add tag, apply, and it will tell you which tag. And you select the, what is the tag that I don't remember the name that I gave it. Forum 5-day challenge special. So I do that, I save the changes, and the tag was added to them. And then I go to my forum and I select in students with tags, only the ones that have the tag that I just added to them. So that would be the 5-day something. Students with tags, choose from list, and then select the, I don't know why this is not very friendly, because it doesn't show. Here it is, the forum 5-day. Apply changes, so only people who have the tag will be able to see this space in my community. You can also do that for the whole space or for certain posts. For example, the week 1 wins, you can also edit who sees this in particular. So who should be able to access and see this space? Either everyone on this group or people with a specific tags. And here's where you choose the tag from the list, and only people with that tag will be able to see this space within the larger space or this post. Is it clear? How does that work? How to divide people inside the form?
Yes. Thank you, Brenda. Very
Yes.
good. Thank you.
Awesome. You're welcome, Hannah. Awesome. So let me take a look at the chat. Okay, Jennifer, please go ahead.
Thank you so much. I'm sorry, my questions might be a little basic, but the first question is, in my expiring mini course, for my next step offer, when I have the button that's going to go to my offer, we've decided that our offer for now is just going to be booking a session, a free call, like we've named it and all that with us. We went through that last week. You guys helped us. So here's the question. I have a partner. We have different calendars. So we have 2 different Calendly links that we're going to need to use. So I can't be as simple as just attaching a link to the button, because I don't think you can attach 2 links to a button.
No, but you can create 2 buttons, for example.
So, okay, because I wanted like the easiest possible solution to, I was like, do I do a landing page with like Jen's calendar, Jennifer's calendar, or create 2 buttons? Has anyone ever had this challenge before?
Right. And what is the difference between your calendar and Jen's calendar?
We just have different availability.
Okay.
And
Then-
I think it's going to be really hard for us to combine our availability into one Calendly. That sounds too advanced for me. I don't know if that's even possible.
I think it's possible. Do you use Calendly or which?
Yes.
I think in Calendly you can combine. Let me take a look.
Her account with my account.
Yeah,
we
maybe you can do that. A combine calendar.
But the problem is then it's going to greatly reduce we don't need both of us to be on a call. We just need
Right.
one of us to. So
But
if
maybe-
we combine our accounts, then it's going to only show our combined I'm not saying it right, but I don't need to be available at the time she's available and vice versa. Somebody just needs to book a call with one of us, but our
Right.
availability is going to be different.
Could I ask if can only be one space at a time for the students, or you can have 2 calls at a time, one each?
We could have 2 calls at a time because we're we're
Um,
each doing them separately. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, because I was thinking about just using one calendar and
Mhm.
you on the back organize yourself with your partner. Let the students to take a free hour and you just put who is gonna take the call.
right. You
Just
can
have
decide
what
that.
you just one half calendar for the both of you, and you decide who's gonna to take the call.
That sounds really hard because I have like 4 different calendars
It's gonna
going
be
into
hard.
my Calendly. She
Mm.
has however many she has, and then you have to like manually go, oh, I'm going to be out of town this day. I'm going to be can't do that day. And so
Mm.
to combine all that with 2, I just have, oh my God, it's making my head blow up. How we
Yeah.
would even
It's-
begin to figure that out.
Yeah. I think the easiest answer would be to create 2
I
buttons.
love that idea, but it sounds like it's going to be like 5 hours a week organizing our calendars. You know what I mean? Just figuring that all out.
Yeah, just create 2 buttons, and it's like you can name it something like check availability 1, availability 2. I don't know. We can ask ChatGPT some more versions of that.
Okay.
But just by creating 2 different buttons, you will get rid of thinking too much about it, and people will select either 1 or 2, but you need to make sure that you write that in the instructions. So you let them know why
Okay.
there are 2 links, and like because it's different availability. So you just let them know about that in the text box, and they should be fine.
And then Artis, your idea sounds like my next level. When I'm really successful and I hire an assistant, then they can do all that for me. That sounds
Yeah.
really great idea.
Merging calendars is challenging.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit, we're doing like MVP, like the minimal vibe, like the easiest way. So this is great. Thank you. My next question is, I'm wondering if, so when I'm setting up my course and I'm uploading media for the little, like, there's the video images, and then for all of the XP actions underneath, there's the ones that exist, but then I can replace them and try to match them to whatever my, action is. I am having some challenges with the engine, the photo engine. I can't remember what it's called that is inside XP. Like when
the celebration builder?
No, not the celebration builder, the images, where you search for images.
Oh, on Splash?
Yes. Is there a trick? Because it seems really random. Like I will type in the most basic search and it shows me like a rainbow, or on almost every single one, I've just had to go to Google and find something and upload it. And it does not, I'm surprised because everything else inside Experienceify is so dialed in, and that photo thing is random. Like it is not working for me. Is there a trick? Am I missing something?
No, honestly, on
Unsplash. It's like
yeah.
Unsplash is not good.
Yeah, no, Unsplash it's probably like how we connect Unsplash to Experienceify that might be tweaking. But if you go, look, if you go straight to Unsplash, maybe the search will be easier. So I don't know.
Okay.
Because also I've had that trouble also that I look for brains and it gives me like random things that have nothing to do with
like the most basic.
Yes, I know.
I'm like, what? I don't get it.
I will also make a note on that and let Muri know like what could possibly be happening, because I don't know. But I will give you a tip also for those who didn't join the new email builder session. I will share with you something really cool about Experienceify in case that you're interested and have a little bit more time.
Okay.
For example, when you go to one of your courses, right? And then you go to the experience engine where you write all the emails, like this one. I will open the email editor. And we have some really cool feature now in the new email builder that you can create AI images. So if you click on image, I don't know, for example, I will put it here. And then I click in generate image. As you can see, we have this magic image. It's really new. If you click in generate image, you can write something like, what were you looking for, Jennifer?
I was looking for like an image of 3 keys.
3 keys? 3 keys.
Keys, like keys to unlock a door.
Okay, an image of 3 keys. For what? What could possibly be? Because something about the generator is that you have to make it 100% clear for the machine to actually generate the image. So I don't know, an image of 3 black keys, I don't know. Or gold keys.
Oh, I see. Okay, it's getting
open
clear.
a door, just like that, right?
Okay.
So if I click next, takes a second, and then it has some suggested prompts like a detailed illustration of 3 golden keys designed to unlock an ancient door, for example. It gives you a little bit more, better prompts. So I will select the first one, and then it tells you like, what style do you want? Do you want it to be a realism, minimalism, lettering, 3D illustration, vector, whatever you want it to be? Which one would you prefer? Like realism?
Let's go with minimalist.
Minimalist. So I will select that one. And then it will give you a couple options of these images that when you save them, they will be in your media gallery. So you can use them for every other place, like a thumbnail.
So cool. Whoa.
So as you can see, you can just, for
so that's like a little hack because you went into
exactly.
Experience Engine.
Yeah. I need
But
to, I
once
need
it's in
to
my
go.
media gallery, I can use it for anything I want.
Yeah, so for example, right now I created this, right? So it should be in my images now. I will refresh. And then if I go to my course and I want to create it as a thumbnail, right?
Yes.
For the basics, it will be here.
Okay. Super fun.
Yeah, so you can just, I mean, this one is really big, but you can
Right,
ask the
it's-
AI generator to make it smaller, maybe.
To make it smaller, right?
And
My last question was actually about generating the emails, but I think I just need to go into that experience engine and play around with it because I was having or watch another tutorial because I couldn't remember like when I was going in just for the basic automated emails that my students will get when they sign up and then when they complete, you know, when they didn't complete or whatever. I went into the experience engine, but I couldn't find where I would go to write the emails.
Oh, yes, just like I showed you in this step. Do you want me to show you again?
Well, I don't want to take I mean, I think somebody else had another question.
Oh, does anybody else have any other question? It shouldn't take me long. I will show
Okay,
you real quick.
well, thank you.
Yeah. So if you go to the step number 5, and then you go to
Yes.
your experience engine, it really depends on what experience you are selecting. But for example, here, well, I will create a new one just to show you. I will create a new one from
Because I saw
scratch.
this, I love all this like conditional logic, but I was missing the part where it said like trigger equals whatever. And then I couldn't figure out how the action equals send an email. Like that's the part I'm missing.
Oh, okay, okay. So for example, when they first log in, right?
Yes.
And then it says when user first logs into this course, and then when you click here to add your first action,
Oh
here
my
it will tell
God.
you like an email
Oh my God, I
builder.
totally missed
Yeah.
that. I'm so embarrassed. Okay,
No,
thank
it's
you.
okay. It's okay. But yeah, that's the way that you do it. You click
Okay.
on the plus.
It says all students and okay, I get it.
Yeah. Yeah. Awesome.
That is so amazing. Thank you, Brenda.
You're welcome. Okay, Kristen, please go ahead.
Yes. Okay. So I have several questions. First of all, can we have like a kind of abandoned cart email triggered by Experienceify?
Abandoned
Abandoned cart.
Abandoned cart. Well, you
So the
can.
user enters their email, but they don't follow through with the entire process.
Oh.
Yeah. So like there's a way to tag them and then like have a follow-up email.
Well, what you can do is, for example, tell the system to wait. For example, when someone signs up, if they haven't logged in 5 days, then you send them an email.
Oh, no, I'm thinking like they enter their email like with intention to purchase a program, but they don't actually go through the entire
Oh.
process.
And at what stage do they stop in your
But I
hypothesis?
guess
They never signed up.
They never sign up. So there's no way for you to track those students
okay.
from Experienceify because only when they are a student you can track them.
Okay, I see. Okay, I was curious about that. And then I'm having some issues with this page I'm building. I like to share.
Sure.
Okay, so this is my order form. This is just a free program building. One, I want to know why are the images go so big when I have it like this? What is that? How do I fix that? This is really annoying.
The thing is that the design is responsive. So that means that when someone makes their screen.
So it thinks it's a mobile phone.
Exactly.
Okay,
will
but still
change.
mobile phone, this image is huge.
Right.
So what should I do to fix this?
You can make the images smaller. By editing the layout, you can change the size of the images.
Okay. And then another question I have, so I'm customizing this page with CSS, and I want to have this be a Montserrat font, and I set it up that it should be connecting to Google Fonts and pulling this font, but this page is not live. Could that be why this font is not updating? Or
yeah,
all right, let's
probably.
go down here.
Yes,
Okay,
because
okay.
the
So
only
let
way
me
that
try.
Yeah, you can
Oh,
try it.
go ahead.
No, I was going to say that yes, like most things, you won't be able to see them if the course is not live, or if you are not a
Okay.
test student. It's more difficult for you to see what's going on.
Okay, so I'll try testing with both.
Mhm.
And the other thing I had, so I'm trying to customize this. And I'm assuming like I'm having trouble trying to change the color of this because this keeps defaulting to the background color. But I would like
Oh.
this to be different.
Can you go to the step number 4 where you customize the page? Oh, but you're doing it with CSS, right?
Yeah. So I'm wondering
Um,
like how can I, because this will always default to the background. And also I can't change the color of this thing. So I'm wondering how like should I just use element ID then?
and if you use the page builder,
It won't change. It
won't
doesn't do
change?
anything. It won't change either color. It won't change this or this.
Can we go back to see? In the
What I
step-
was doing?
in the step number 4 and go to the order form.
Step number 4. What do you mean?
I think you were there
In the page builder,
in your page builder. The one that you just clicked on. That
Yeah,
one. So that's the one that you're
Okay.
editing, right?
yeah.
So for example, from here, if you click in edit content, you can change the color background here in the page builder of
Mhm.
Experienceify.
It does not work.
Okay, let's try. Edit content,
I will try again.
and then the background color is blank. So if you change that,
Yeah, but it
to
just
any
changes
color.
everything. I want just this box.
Oh, okay.
the
Then
left,
open the, yes, exactly, the left column data.
Yeah,
Thank you.
but I tried this too.
If you scroll down just a little bit more,
Yeah.
there you go.
This I already changed it. It doesn't work.
Yep, if you try to click on it and change it to a different color.
I just tried. Okay, I'll try again. Let's see how it works. And then for this, there's no way to change the background color at all for this hat.
Yes,
This
it
column.
is. If you go to the right column data,
Yeah,
let's scroll down
but where?
more. Ah, that's the right column? No.
Yeah, this is all the right column.
Oh, yes.
There's
Okay,
no option to
so
change the background.
I think I've done it before, so let me check.
no, neither could I.
No?
Yeah, there's
No,
nothing here.
Oh, I
Yeah,
thought I
I-
saw there.
I-
Let me see.
I
Let
wasn't
me-
Yeah, there's
able.
no option at all. And then I close this, refresh this. I mean, I think the best shot would be just me trying to use element ID. But you can see nothing changed.
Yeah,
This
right.
this is gonna default to the page background.
Since I don't know much about CSS, so I don't know if something that you change inside the code led
mean,
this
no.
to be like, I don't know,
But
like,
I
I don't
mean,
know.
this missing the background. I'm like, I mean, that has nothing to do with the CSS. Why I can't change the background of this right column.
Oh,
So can you look into that?
I'm checking. Red. Oh, yeah, right. Says yes, apparently you can't change the color of the box, the yellow box, at least in the page builder.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So I will
Do-
ask about it.
Do you have any header? CSS header for all the pages or something?
Do you think maybe blocking it?
Yeah, maybe overriding the
Think it's this
builder.
one. I don't think so. Hold on, let me go find that page.
The left column, I can change the color and save the page, and it does change the
Oh,
color
yeah.
when you preview.
Thank you, Ari. You need to
On-
change to save it.
To save the when you save the page, the color changes. But if the default background is keep coming, maybe there's some override or something.
Okay. All right, so I mean that's okay. At least I would like to change the yellow though. So yeah, okay. Let me try some things.
Mhm.
And then other question I had. Oh, I was just curious, is there any way to like make like a deal available for just like a certain amount of hours? So like after the course is complete, then I can show like the offer button. And is there any way that I can have like a time limit on that? That
Yeah,
it would only show for like 24 hours.
yeah, that was a question. Let me see. So if you edit this, block visibility. So you can select, for example, show this block, and you select the block, and you can select between date times. So choose when to show. So you can select between 2 days or from day X until day Y.
Yeah,
can
but
do
can
that.
I customize this based on like a trigger? Like when the user has this many points, or they completed the course,
let's see.
then this appears for like a certain amount of time.
You
Oh,
could do
yes,
it
you can do
with a
that.
tag.
Yeah, so if we do that in the expiry mini course, for example, if you wanted to, the block visibility should be, for example, should show always to people with tags.
Okay.
So only a person with certain tags can see certain blocks. So if they complete it, you create a tag for when someone completes the course, and only those people will be able to see this block, sorry.
Okay, but then it would just be open to them after that point.
Yes,
Or
after that,
actually,
yes.
could I remove the tag after a certain amount of time? Probably that would be the best.
Yes, let's see if we can do that here in the Experience Engine. So for example, could be, for example, when a tag is added, maybe this one. When a tag is added, who should go down this path? So what would be the trigger? Yes, you can remove a tag.
Oh, great. So I can just do a delay timer and then move a
Yes.
tag, and that'd be perfect. Oh,
Yes.
great. Okay, thank you so much.
Yes, you're welcome.
Oh, and this is just like a visibility thing. I'm curious, like, a lot of web pages, like you scroll down and then like the content blocks like fade in, and it looks like very engaging or anything. Can you also do that with Experienceify on the landing page?
I'm not so sure what you mean. Sorry. Can you?
So like how do you explain, like when the content block, like when you scroll down the web page, a lot of web pages, like they will fade in, like the text or like
yeah,
an
I know.
image.
I think you should, maybe you can do that with some code, but not within Experienceify itself. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. All right. Thanks so much.
Yes, you're welcome. Awesome. Well, we are reaching the top of the hour. We have 3 more minutes. Does anybody else have any questions left for today's session? Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that the posts were useful. Hope that you can use them later in your courses. And thank you so much for all of your questions and for your time. And I'll see you next time. Thank you.
I think someone had one quick question. So I just saw in the
Jennifer,
chat.
sorry. Yes. How do I add a
Oh.
new button?
Yeah, I can probably figure it out, but I couldn't find the like
yeah,
a plus or a new button.
I can share it with you. Yeah.
New button.
So do you mean, for example, for the blog that we were talking about?
Yeah, so it was like on the home page when I unlock the new course offer.
Yes.
Yes.
So just simply go to edit layout.
Okay, I was in edit content. I need to do edit layout. Got it.
And then you add a new element and you simply select a button. I think this is a large one. Yes.
Yes. Okay. This is like first time growing pains. Next time it'll be so much faster.
No. It's perfect. Then you can customize it and just change it, everything about it.
Oh my goodness. Thank you.
No, you're welcome.
This has been so helpful because listening to everybody else's questions, it's really helpful to have you walk everyone else through their questions too.
It is. I really hope to see you more frequently here, Jennifer, sorry. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Take care, everyone. Good night or morning or evening. Bye.